Stephen A. Smith is a racist. This video is brought to you by The Tatum Store. The Tatum Store. Get the merch link in the description section. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notifications anytime I go live or make a video. Make sure you still subscribe to my channel. Hit that join button so you can join the Tatum Squad. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, and ladies, I have to talk about Stephen A. Smith, the most disgusting video commentary that I have ever seen related to the NFL and racism. I don't understand why black people in this country, and y'all always talk about, y'all always saying, Brandon, you always talk about black people. If y'all wouldn't stop being the cowards of society, maybe I wouldn't have to say anything. I am disgusted that Stephen A. Smith is trying to, and we're gonna put it on the screen. Stephen A. Smith is trying to compare Tim Tebow entering into the NFL with racism. How is it white supremacy that you know, your boy Tim Tebow is back in the NFL? Let me pull up the link here and make sure that I pull the screen in. This is the most disgusting thing I've heard, and I'm gonna let you guys listen to it because I don't want you to believe me. Don't believe me. Listen to what they said. And I'm gonna say this, and I believe in, you know, the guy, I think his name is Max Kellerman. I don't think I even know his name, but the first guy that talked, I think his name is Max Kellerman. He gave somewhat of a synopsis that I agree with, and then he falls off the railroad tracks, and Stephen A. Smith goes full retarded. So I'm gonna play this clip, and y'all listen to it, and you tell me what you think.
Max, do you have a problem with the Jags signing Tim Tebow?
I do not have a problem with the Jags signing Tim Tebow, nor do I think he needs to apologize for the opportunity. Tim Tebow is one of the greatest college players of all time. His college coach is now the head coach for Jacksonville, which is his hometown, by the way. And he is an enormous celebrity in the media. And everyone always said, well, he's a great athlete. He could be a good football player, just not quarterback. Okay.
That good enough. I agree with what he said. Then he goes and falls off the rails and go full retarded.
Tebow's situation to discuss Colin Kaepernick, to link the two somehow. I don't think they're linked, but I will say this. I think it's good to do that. I think it is good to use anyone who gets an opportunity, especially if you feel like they don't deserve it, or they haven't earned it, or others are more worthy, to use that as a chance to bring up the fact that Kaepernick hasn't even been given a tryout.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has. Colin Kaepernick has been given multiple tryouts, multiple opportunities that he squanders, consistently squanders. I don't understand how people don't get this through their mind. He is not a good enough football player for the drama that he causes in the NFL. Nobody in the NFL, no owner cares that you kneel for the national anthem. Beast Mode, Marshawn Lynch, set for the national anthem his entire career. Nobody cared. He didn't make a spectacle of it. He didn't care. They weren't going to not sign Beast Mode. People have still been kneeling in the NFL, maybe not more recently, but they was kneeling after Colin Kaepernick out of the NFL. Are they kicking these people off football teams? No, they're not. When you're a backup quarterback and they put you in a game and you literally lose every game of the season and you suck as a quarterback and you up here acting like everybody owe you something, you're never going to play again. Then they give you an opportunity, you opt out of your contract. And then other teams offer you, they weren't paying you enough. And then you get opportunities in the NFL again, you squander them. You squander it and you sue the NFL and you squander your opportunities. They say, here, we'll give you another tryout. You've been sitting out the league for 2 years, we'll give you another tryout. What did he do? The day of his tryout, he go, well, I'm going to be over here. 5 minutes before he's supposed to be at a place, he over here, and he say, well, I got all these demands. Bro, there's people coming in every year that's better than you. You're never playing the NFL being a coward. All right, let's finish it. Finish it, Brandon. Finish it.
No one has even looked at him. And I would say, Stephen A., that it would be nice for Tim Tebow, who has been given this opportunity, you don't have to apologize for it, but it would be nice for him to mention Kaepernick's name.
No, it's not. Why would Tim Tebow mention Kaepernick's name? These are two different breeds of people. Kaepernick is a dummy. He's coming out with a book talking about life without police in jails. Tim Tebow is a modeled citizen. I cannot find a flaw in it. He must be a Mormon. I cannot find a flaw in Tim Tebow. I can't find a flaw in him. The guy's a leader. He's a winner. He wasn't as talented. at quarterback, but he competes. He believes in himself. He brings everybody else up around him. The guy should be able to have an opportunity. But I want you to hear what this dummy said. And I call him a dummy because I'm sick of these people pushing racism in our country. Stephen A., I'm calling you out. Have me on your show. I had you on my show and tell you why I think that you're an idiot for talking about white supremacy with Tim Tebow. Play the clip, Brandon.
Say, hey, I've been given this
All
opportunity.
right, we're tired of hearing you. No Colin Kaepernick. No, you shouldn't talk about Colin Kaepernick. Now let's listen to Dummy McDumdum.
It's him. Just from a human perspective, I think that he's one of the great people.
Play this over because I want y'all to hear how dumb he is.
I texted Tim Tebow a couple of weeks ago, and I told him that if anybody deserves, something along this line, it's him. Just from a human perspective, I think that he's one of the great people that I've had the pleasure of meeting in this business. He's a really good dude. His heart's in the right place. He's very charitable and philanthropic with his intentions and his actions. He's a pillar of that community, especially. Was a star at Florida State, et cetera, et cetera.
You're making the case, bruh. Everything you said is the reason why he's getting an opportunity after 6 to 8 years or whatever, however long you've been at the league. Exactly what you said, Stephen A. Why do you jump off the cliff? Why can't a brother just get a man some respect without being a social justice warrior? Why can't you just get a man respect? Why? Why do you got to bring race into this? Stephen A., you make the claim the reason why Tim Tebow got another opportunity. Philanthropic, he's a great leader, he's a most deserving person. Everything you said is the reason why he's having an opportunity. He's not signed. It's not guaranteed to the team. He has an opportunity.
So I'm happy for him, meaning Tim Tebow specifically. But when you look at, just the totality of the situation, once again, if I'm going to bring up white privilege when I brought up Steve Nash getting the job in Brooklyn, is this not an example of white privilege? What brother is getting this?
Woo! Stephen A., I'm finna chop it up. White privilege in the NFL. Can somebody with a connected brainstem interpret what he's saying? The league is majority black. America is not majority black. If anything, black people have a privilege because they're overrepresented in the NFL, although they're not overrepresented in the population in the United States of America. So that means disproportionately, black folks are either playing or being selected to play football. So are you willing to go down the path to say black people are more talented? Genetically, they're born more talented, faster, can jump higher, bigger. Obviously, because of slavery and the generational breeding that happened, people want to keep it real. That's why you got big, crazy athletes like you do that play in the NFL that are far better than a lot of the white people that play football. That's why white people typically go into coaching and black people typically play football. That's why white people typically play quarterback where you don't. And typically, generally, in the past, you didn't need to be as mobile or nothing. Because why would you play quarterback? You play wide receiver, you run a 4-3. Now you got people like Jackson and some of these other guys who are mobile. Now they're playing quarterback. It ain't because of white privilege and black people can't play quarterback. It's because now the position is evolving. Now a person who can play wide receiver or defensive back can now play quarterback in the NFL. All right, let me just, the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life, white supremacy, because one white guy gets an opportunity. All these black kids getting opportunities every year in and year out. Trades, signed franchise tags. The highest paid players in the NFL are black players. All right, come on, let him finish with his stupidity.
It's opportunity. Now that makes people.
Before you talk.
All right, there's a commercial that's going to pop up. So while the commercial is going through, I'll pull it back on the screen. But think about this. What's his name? Antonio Brown. That must be black privilege. Antonio Brown, the fool secretly recorded the commissioner calling people names on the phone, blowing up on his baby mama in his front yard. He pretty much got himself kicked off of 2 teams. He was begging, please never sign me again. He got signed and won the Super Bowl.
Race, when I say something like that, let me be the first to say, I don't give a damn how you feel. I mean what I say.
He always talking tough, man. Yeah, I don't know how you feel.
It is white privilege.
No, it's
because
not.
That's not something that's happening for any brothers out there.
What brothers? I just gave you an example. Antonio Brown. Name a white player that has done what Antonio Brown has done and gotten a chance in the NFL. Name one. Name one. Show me a player that did what Michael Vick did and got a chance to play in the NFL. Show me the money. Show me a white player, and there may be one, but there ain't many. Show me a white player that was being investigated for murder, like Ray Lewis and Jamal Lewis were for the Baltimore Ravens, and ended up finishing their career out. Show me people doing what these black players are doing, and white players, and they get in the NFL. They get another opportunity. They killed dogs on the week, went to jail, and then went to the NFL. Show me the money. Show me the person. You can't. Not unless you sit and do some great research. I just went off the head and told you black folks that have gotten in the league that should have never played football ever again.
Never played the position. You've been retired from the game for years. When you did play, you were a quarterback on the NFL level.
He wasn't even a good quarterback. Tim Tebow wasn't a good quarterback. He's an athlete. He's a winner. He's a champion. The Joker could throw. My son can throw the ball better than Tim Tebow. He is a winner. That's why he played. He could have played another position, but he won at quarterback. If they put him at running back, he will get first downs for you at running back. You put him at tight end, he's going to block. The best that you're going to get out of effort from a player on your team, you're going to get out of Tebow. And he's going to be in the locker room lifting everybody up and praying and probably speaking in tongues in your locker room. You put him at defensive end, he's going to be the hardest working defensive end with the best character on your football team. All right,
which you were not that good at. You had an opportunity when you were an active participant as an NFL player to participate and play tight end, play special teams and stuff like that, but you wanted to be a quarterback.
Well, not only did he want to be a quarterback, clearly his coach and the GM wanted him to be the quarterback. They acting like this is Colin. They acting like Tim Tebow is the one saying, I need to play. No, he's not. He's saying, I'm a go-getter. Just because Stephen A. sleep behind the wheel and want to be on the broadcast his whole life don't mean that people like Tim Tebow isn't burning with the desire to continue to compete. He wants to compete. Competing ain't running his mouth on the TV. He want to get on the football field. He's a great player. Urban Meyer was his coach. He made Urban Meyer's career. These wins in Florida, he created Urban Meyer, or he gave Urban Meyer a leg up with making him be the head coach of a great, incredible team, winning championships. Of course, Urban Meyer is going to give this great young man an opportunity.
And now here you are in this position. Why do I bring that up? That's not to point the finger at Tim Tebow. It's to remind everybody is that this opportunity doesn't happen if Urban Meyer is not the coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Just put his foot in his mouth. You just said this opportunity doesn't happen if Urban Meyer. Make your mind up, Stephen A. Is it white supremacy? Is it white privilege? Or is it Urban Meyer? Stevie Wonder can see that Tim Tebow wouldn't have had this opportunity if Urban Meyer wasn't there. It's Jacksonville, Tebow's hometown. His head coach they probably had an incredible relationship. They won many, notable games at Florida. Of course, if it wasn't for his head coach that he beloved, or they beloved one another, whatever you want to call it, that he wouldn't have an opportunity anywhere. What brainstem, or you know if there's somebody that's going to come on the broadcast to replace you, Stephen A., it's going to be somebody that know you. It's going to be somebody that you refer. If somebody have to fill in for Stephen A., it's going to be somebody that you refer. It's because it's who you know. It's not always your ability and talent, it's who you know. And, of course, Urban Meyer is going to give the best player that ever played for him an opportunity to play on the team.
Jacksonville Jaguars were 1-15 last year. They absolutely stunk. As far as I'm concerned, you could have gotten an equipment manager to play for that squad as bad as they look, okay? They didn't think about calling Tim Tebow then. They didn't think about...
I'm gonna stop him right there because we'll waste our time going in circles about this idiot. However, what the point is, Colin Kaepernick Tim Tebow has nothing to do with white supremacy. That's the dumbest statement ever made before man. Urban Meyer, this was the best player that have ever played for Urban Meyer. He was the best player in college football when he played. One of the greatest college football performances ever performed by anybody in history. Urban Meyer was his coach. He loved Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow is the model citizen. Maybe behind the scenes, he's doing some wacky, crazy stuff that nobody's ever found out about. But in front of everybody, you can't get no better than this. You can't get any better. Every father in the country probably want their daughter to marry somebody like Tim Tebow. You can't get any better than this. The greatest player to ever play for you, of course you're going to let him try out for your team. What does it do for you as Urban Meyer? It gives you an incredible character on your team. It gives you notoriety. Everybody's talking about it. Jacksonville needs some pub. You come into the team. You need players you can trust. It gives you a little buzz. People are going to sell out tickets if Tim Tebow is playing in his hometown for Urban Meyer and the Jacksonville Jaguars. How is that not a strategical plan to profit and make money? You know what I mean? Tebow, he wasn't even the starter. He'll have the most jerseys sold. It's not just race, dummy. It's all of the other things that come with it. People were burning Kaepernick jerseys. They will put Tim Tebow's jersey in a case and worship it every day. Which player do you want? Tim Tebow is behind the scenes working hard. He's one of those go-getter type guys. Colin Kaepernick is writing a book about that we don't need police and we don't need prisons. Colin Kaepernick wearing socks that depict police officers as pigs. Colin Kaepernick wasn't a good football player. Colin Kaepernick sued the NFL. Colin Kaepernick took a knee on the sideline pouting because he was riding a bench. It wasn't for black lives and all this stuff. He riding a bench. Because if you look at it after that, what did he do? Left the NFL to go get paid by another white man. The owner of Nike is a white man. You leave the white man's game that you claim is racist against you to go work for the white man's industry in Nike, and they paid you millions of dollars. When did you become an activist? When did you speak out about George Floyd? What did you do? You ain't done nothing. He took a knee, had a payday, he's over. That's not Tim Tebow. And I hate to say this because I wish that brothers, and I know some brothers that are good like Tim Tebow, but I wish that more popular people that we celebrate that you claim is done wrong were people like Tim Tebow. I wish there was a black Tim Tebow in the league and somehow somebody done him wrong. How many people will come to Tim Tebow's defense? A lot. Why? Because he's a good person. I'm not white, but I think Tim Tebow appears to be a model citizen. If Colin Kaepernick was legit, then maybe I'll come to his defense. Other than that, the dude sucks. Anyway, let me get off this. I go forever. Stephen A. Smith, you should apologize for being a racist. And I'm sick of you Negroes coming out on TV being racist. Y'all racist, man. You a racist. You're talking about it got something to do with this boy color. You ain't talking about his work ethic. You're not talking about his character. You're talking about his color. You a dummy. All you fools on TV, dummies. I'm calling all y'all out. All you brothers on TV, Shannon Sharp, y'all all cowards. Coming on TV every day. You the weakest black men on planet Earth. Y'all the weakest black men ever. You always making excuses about being a weak, sorry, coward black man. Got millions of dollars in your pocket, working on a network, white people giving you an opportunity, and you talking about white privilege and a black man got extra hard life. Shut up, Shannon. Bro, they've been kissing your rear end since you were tight end, and you were a great player. Why are you being a coward now? And you and Stephen A. and everybody else. I can go down the list. Every one of you black people that's destroying the black community, you are a coward in my eyes. All you do is destroy black people. All you do is lie and pander. White supremacy. Why don't you tell people, Stephen A. probably been married for 35 years. Shannon Sharp probably haven't been out here with any controversy. Name something that Shannon Sharp has done that's been controversial. Does Shannon Sharp walk around with his pants sagging and gold teeth out of his mouth, tattoos all over his face? No, he doesn't. Why don't Shannon Sharp tell you how to be a successful black man instead of walking around here with his head between his legs, acting like the white man owe him something? All you fools. Quit being a punk, man. Step up and keep it real. Stop it. Like I heard somebody talking about LeBron James. LeBron James, start telling people the value of being married to your high school sweetheart. You ain't out here thugging. Tell people how to do it the right way. That's why you're successful. Because you're married to one woman and you got a woman that's a good woman that's taking care of your boys while you playing basketball all around the world. If you was a single bachelor out there clubbing every night, you wouldn't be where you at, and you know it. And you need to start telling young black men how to treat their wives, how to be good men, how to be good fathers, instead of talking about white supremacy and police officers. Y'all fools come straight from the hood and don't tell nobody how you made it. But you're sitting there crying as if you're still in the hood and somehow you got to worry about cops coming out your house. Stop being Stop being a cowardice black man. I'm finna call all y'all out. I'm done with it. All of you fools out here, there's no excuse. All you black men out here that's successful and you whining about the police, you are a coward. You're a coward. I'll come on your podcast and tell you a coward. I'll have you come on my podcast and I'll tell you you're a coward. If I see you in the airport, I'll tell you you're a coward. Quit being a coward. You're destroying our country. You're destroying our young men. Anyway, I'm out of here. I said enough. Comment in the comment section, like, subscribe to the channel. Y'all know what it is. I'm out.